Glorious Test match cricket returns to the Caribbean. We are now on Australia's 13th Test match tour of the region. West Indies versus Australia, the start of a new World Test Championship cycle here at Kensington Oval, Barbados. 3 Test matches in this very important series before we move on to the shortest format of the game, 5 T20 internationals, culminating in St Kitts and Nevis.
Right, the toss decision, it's Australia winning and opting to bat first.
Here are the teams. The West Indies led by a new captain, Roston Chase, the 38th captain for the West Indies Test team. And there's a debutant in that of Brandon King. Carlos Brathwaite, the former West Indian all-rounder, is alongside me. Australia as well, with a few new faces.
Yeah, Sam Constas, Josh Inglis. I think this is where the experienced West Indies bowling lineup will be looking to target. They have first crack at them. Sam Constas had a very entertaining start to his Test career. A few ramps, bit of chatter. 150 in his first 3 games, and you'd have to think he is the future. Usman Khawaja has been the past, been the present. And you hope right-handed, left-handed, old and young. Jaden Seals with an impressive average of 22. 75 Test wickets so far, best of 6 for.
Off the mark straight away. Just say with Sam Constas, of course, 19 years of age, youngest opener in the Test format for Australia, 4th youngest overall. Shamar Joseph will recall his exploits against Australia the last time these 2 teams met. Bounce just over the slip cordon.
On a good length, a little bit of kick from Shamar Joseph with that new ball, making it count, and just over the head of the slips.
On appeal, that's very close. Might be a bit of bat on that one. It has sparked a discussion with the captain, Roston Chase, bowler, senior players gathering, and the review is taken. The umpire, Adrian Holstock.
TV umpire to the director. We have a player review for LBW. On-field decision, not out. I've checked the bowler's feet. Fair delivery. Front on, please. There doesn't appear to be any bat. Can I go to Ultra Edge, confirm bat or no bat, please? Standing by for Ultra Edge, Nathan. Ultra Edge coming up. Keep running it through for me, please. Keep going through. There's a clear gap between bat and ball. No bat involved. Ball tracking when ready, please. Original decision not out. Pitching out off, impact in line. Wickets hitting. Mitten, I need you to reverse your not out decision to out. Stand by. The on-screen signal now.
Fabulous review. Fabulous outcome for the West Indies. Shamar Joseph with the first wicket and breaks the opening partnership. Sam Constas going back for 3, 8 for 1. So bright start for the West Indies. In comes Cam Green, given the opportunity to bat at number 3. We heard Pat Cummings speak about an investment in this player in that position. He's a quality player from Australia. Dropped. In and out. Brandon King, the debutant, couldn't hold on. A let-off. 8 for 1.
Oh, another one goes down, Ruston Chase, and that is exactly what we talked about. The weak area for Usman Khawaja, which has been exploited by no less than Kagiso Rabada recently, now Shamar Joseph.
Yep, the perfect delivery. It was just angled in a little bit towards Usman Khawaja's off stump, and then it just straightened a fraction. Usman Khawaja just getting caught on the crease, and that is a fairly simple catch, just to his right. And the second straightforward chance has gone down for the morning.
This time, and Shamar Joseph has green for the 3rd time in Test match cricket in exactly the way that he has been dismissed in the last couple of weeks in the World Test Championship final. Deja vu for Green, and they're probably having a little bit of a look.
TV umpire to the director. We have an umpire review for fair catch. I've checked the bowler's feet. There's fair delivery. Best angle for the catch, please.
It just looked like it carried. They're just double checking, but the West Indies
Just keep running it
should have their second wicket.
Forward. Keep going forward, keep going forward. Fingers are underneath the ball. It's clear evidence that the ball hasn't been grounded. I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen.
And they do. Confirmation. The West Indians have taken another catch. They've dropped a couple. Joseph has been superb, and he gets Cameron Green batting at number 3 again for Australia. He's failed again, a nervous 3. The West Indies, a very, very impressive start on day 1 of this Test series. 14 for 2.
Josh Inglis with 100 against Sri Lanka on Test match debut earlier this year.
That's in the air. Shea Hope, he wants it. Should be taken. It's taken. The wicket for Jaden Seals. Another one falls for Australia. It's been all West Indies this morning.
Yeah, this one short of a length. Josh Inglis deciding to take it on. He is attacking in nature. Yeah, but just goes from low to high. An easy catch for Shea Holtz, done in the gloves after some time for West Indies. Jaden Seals into the wickets. West Indies continue to dominate. What's back for 5, Josh Inglis, 22 for 3.
Travis Head, the new batter for Australia. 9 centuries to him. Travis Head at his best. The first boundary of the Test. Head off the mark. 26 for 3.
Just a hint of room outside off stump. Yeah, transfer right through the shot and nicely dispatched through cover.
And that's his first boundary, and it goes all the way for 6. That was absolutely smashed by Usman Khawaja.
Yeah, this one a lot shorter. and straighter, so allowing him to play that shot. Just rocks on to the back foot. And makes great connection into the stands. It seals. We feel a lot more confident after this one coming out the middle.
Yeah, that goes away for another boundary, so they're flowing a little bit more frequently now, Australia. Travis Head with the first, and then Khawaja with a 6 and a 4. He's so strong in that region, all along the carpet. Another 4. So he's really finding his range now, Usman Khawaja. He's bided his time and he's reaping some rewards. 47 for 3.
Pulled away in front of square. It's another short delivery dispatched.
Yeah, this is definitely a shot that Travis Head has worked on over his career. Not a natural puller, but...
Cut away. That's typical of Travis Head. He gets 4 more.
Yeah, another short ball that's punished. So they've got to learn a little bit quicker here, the West Indian fast bowlers. The chances generally have been from fuller deliveries, and at the moment the Australians are just feasting on anything short.
And down the leg side. Good tickle there from Head. He will get a couple of runs, maybe a boundary. 4 to end, so wins a mini battle with that occasion. And the break is on. First session done and dusted in this very first test match between the West Indies and Australia.
West Indies starting off this session with the bowling of Justin Graves, which is in itself interesting. Boundary to start things off.
Yeah, opted to end that first session with Justin Graves. Now they start with him again. Very interesting that they haven't gone back to one of their first choice pacers.
That's what he does if you miss your length. He's not afraid to go for his shots.
Yeah, 50 partnership coming up with that boundary as well. This is exactly where he was disappointed a few balls ago. He felt as though he missed out on another full way delivery. He's so important to this Australian side, especially batting alongside a player like Usman Khawaja, who want to take his time. He is able to revert the pressure onto the bowlers.
Fortunate for Shamar Joseph. Good for Khawaja.
Yeah, good first 4 deliveries by Shamar Joseph. I think perhaps that one was seam up again. And what that seam up ball does is go late. It does leave the left-hander a bit later than that wobble delivery.
Even the deep point can't stop it. Jamel Warrican didn't throw himself at it either. Usually you'd sometimes see a fielder diving at it.
Just running to his weaker side on that occasion, Jamel Warrican. Evidence that even with that deep point, it's not going to stop Travis Head from playing his shots. He's still going to take on the fielder. Should have done better, Jamel Warrican.
Australia can ill afford to lose another one of their high-class batters, with Steve Smith with an injured hand, Labuschagne out of form.
Where did that hit? Just jumped at him, perhaps at the little finger. I wonder if it came out on one of those patches. it has behaved quite differently depending on where it's pitched on the surface. Just a few green patches causing problems for the batters.
Shot from Travis Head. He's been stewing. He's trying to get a chance to free his arms in a vacant cover region.
Yeah, the wrist on that shot. Just look at how he snaps the wrist and gets his hands through the shot. Very strong through that region, Travis Head. 100 up for Australia. Yeah, well, he's in the deep for this very reason, to avoid those boundaries. Casey Carty, the man tidying up. So I don't mind it too much because of the type of player he is. He loves to score boundaries early in his innings and gets off to a flyer. So at the start of his innings, I'd like to see opposition captains not giving him the easy single. If he wants to take it on, fine, because as you very well know, that's the most vulnerable time. But once he gets set a little bit, then certainly take away that boundary. In there, dropped. Wonderful effort. Opportunity created. Brandon King, the debutant, again.
Another chance created, another chance dropped. On this occasion, a more difficult one in the gully. You'd even say a very good effort. But there's an old adage about catches and winning matches, and West Indies have put down 3 so far. Khawaja twice now. Those are the catches you want to take.
19th half century for Travis Head, a second against this opposition. And so that Australia rather needed him to step up, and he has so far.
That's a bottom edge. So the wicket finally comes, and guess who the bowler? Shamar Joseph.
Oh, he really deserves that. Probably a little bit of luck. I mean, Usman Khawaja does play this shot extremely well, and shaking his head on the way off. Yeah, just that little under edge or off the toe. And he really did deserve that little bit of luck there, Shamar Joseph. So he keeps taking wickets. Really important breakthrough there for the West Indies. Usman Khawaja fought hard for his 47. 111 for 4.
Bo Webster, new batter, all-rounder in this Australian side.
Off the mark, nicely on top of the bounce. And away he goes.
112 for 4.
Just short. So he's got the edge again, but just falling short of this. Of second slip. Excellent over. 114 for 4.
Yeah, creating more problems here, Shamar Joseph. Yep, just short of Justin Graves for that second slip position. Lateral movement still there, away from the right-hander. Driven nicely through that cover point region. He will get 4. It's an offensive stroke from Bo Webster.
Just slightly over pitching. And see those big levers. He can hit a huge ball, Bo Webster. Just got a little bit of width. And through his hands, through the ball, 4 runs.
What a delivery from Shamar Joseph. Conceded a boundary in the previous ball, but this was unplayable.
Oh, what a great adjustment from getting hit for 4 and then to get it back on a good line and length. Just have a look at this. Squares him up. Top of the bail. And that celebration, well, the Australians are getting used to seeing that from Shamar Joseph. He is going through the Australians again. He gets his 4th for the day. Webster on his way, and the Aussies are 123 for 5.
Alex Carey, new batter, solid player in this Australian low order.
Off the mark straight away.
Austin Chase is asking the question, I think, is whether it's carried.
TV umpire to the director. We have the umpire review for fair catch. I've checked the bowler's feet, fair delivery. Can I just go front on, please? Let's go to ultra just to confirm that there is bat involved. Thank you. Yeah, clearly makes contact with the bat. Just go to the best angle for the catch, please. Keep rolling forward. Just roll it back a frame for me, please. Can you just zoom it up there for a little bit for me, please? Just roll it back a frame. And keep going forward, keep going forward. Just go back 1 frame, go back another frame, go forward 1 frame, forward, forward. There's no clear evidence that the ball's gone cleanly into the glove. I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen.
That won't go down well. Certainly from the front angle. Fortune for Travis Head.
Travis Head flirting outside the off stump again, but flashing hard. See if you're going to flash hard, get it over the slips.
Nice shot from Alex Carey.
The game is definitely moving. Alex Carey jumping into a pull.
Got him! Excellent catch from Ruston Chase. He put one down earlier today, and good on Shea Hope not to put his gloves in the way.
Sensational catch from Ruston Chase, going to his stronger right side and taking it behind him. No slip catch is easy, but that was a brilliant one. And much like us in the commentary box, in the stands they're celebrating, on the field they are as well. Alex Carey goes for 8, Australia 138 for 6.
On the cusp of tea as well, which will make their tea.
And so we see the introduction of the Australian captain, Pat Cummins. Last wicket falling just on the cusp of tea, and so they took tea immediately. Yeah, well, dribble away for 4, off the mark with a boundary. 142 for 6. Well, speaking about greed, Justin Graves, he wants one of his own, and it's the big one, the wicket of Travis Head, straight after the tea interval.
Oh, this is huge. Just a delivery that may have held its own a little bit, but Travis Head looking to drive square of the wicket on the up, and he's managed to just nick it behind. So the dangerous Travis Head played beautifully, I thought, today for his 59. He goes for 142 for 7.
Mitchell Stark, the best of 99. He'll have to get some today, or at least in this innings for Australia. Edged and taken. Justin Graves with the catch. Another wicket for Jayden Seales. Another wicket for the West Indies. They continue their domination on day one.
Well, he can bowl, this young man. Takes his 3rd wicket. Perfect spot, really. Top of off stump, making Mitchell Stark play, and all he could do was edge it to second slip. They're up and about, the Windies. 143 for 8.
My oh my, what a scorecard. Nathan Lyon, one of the 2 survivors from that 2012 test, the last test match between these 2 nations at this venue. Quite deliberate and skillfully played by Pat Cummins. So he's been dealing in a few boundaries.
Very nicely done by Pat Cummins. The bounces do just sit there a little bit, just holding the surface, and that just sat there for Paddy Cummins, just leant back on it.
What a shot. And that's wonderful timing from Pat Cummins. He has some acumen with the bat, and that's on display now.
That's a serious cricket shot, that. On the up, over cover. More or less a check drive as well. He's such a good cricketer, Pat Cummins. Tremendous bowler, brilliant in the field, and then offers plenty with the bat.
Straight to the fielder, Craig Brathwaite completes the catch. Jayden Seales with a 4th. It's been Seales and Shamar show today.
Well, Pat Cummins absolutely smashed this one, but he's hit it straight to the fielder at mid-off. And Seales just keeps taking wickets. Excellent young fast bowler. And he's got his 4th for the day. And they're going through this Australian batting lineup. Paddy Cummins, the captain, is on his way. Good contribution, 28 runs off 18. It is 170 for 9.
Welcome runs for Australia. There was a noise. There was a noise. The finger goes up belatedly. So it is a 3rd 5-wicket haul for Jayden Seales in Test match cricket. He really has been at the forefront of the West Indies bowling in the last 2 seasons. He has been outstanding, and the West Indies have been outstanding with the ball. Dismissing Australia for 180, Ruston Chase will be pleased with the bowling effort in the start of his captaincy of this Test team.
That's the moment he took his 3rd 5-wicket haul, Jayden Seales. Clever, following Joshua Hazelwood, knowing he was backing away leg side. Really good. Hazelwood walked immediately. Yeah, commendations to Jayden Seales. He deserved all the applause. Travis Head, some rear guard in the middle, 59 he made. only batter to get to a half century, showed some aggression. Khawaja, he struggled across those 128 deliveries, got to 47 in the end before he was eventually held by Shamar Joseph accounted for those first few wickets. Pat Cummins was good at the end, added some vital runs, 28 of them off just 18 deliveries. 180 though was all Australia could manage.
Seals with 560, his third 5-wicket haul in Test match cricket. Go back to 2021, his debut against South Africa, 5-wicket haul against Pakistan at Savannah Park, Jamaica, 4 wickets to Shamar Joseph. And he had so many chances dropped off his bowling, it seems unfair. A wicket to Justin Graves as well. 29 Test matches for turning John Campbell. Important to look at the averages. Craig Brathwaite, the only batter in this West Indies team averaging over 30. The only batter. Watch out for Mitchell Starc swinging the ball on the wind from off the leg. On target straight away. West Indies are away. Brathwaite off the mark. Gets away with it. Inadvertently though, the first boundary of the West Indies innings.
Yeah, we did see a few fly over the slit cordon when Australia were batting. Extra bounce. Yeah, it's almost as though he tried to get the hands out the way at the very last moment.
Outside edge farm and wicket. Very good catch. Third time dismissed now, Craig Brathwaite. And it's a very smart catch by Bo Webster.
Straight, just holding its angle, not swinging back as is accustomed to Mitchell Starc. It's been high quality seam and swing bowling, and Brathwaite departs for 4. West Indies 10 for 1.
Now here's a talent, Casey Carty. 6 matches in this format of the game, highest of 42, so a lot of work for him to do. Once again. And 4 more. A nice victory here for Casey Carty very early in his innings.
Good timing, good opening of the face. It was full enough. He didn't just tap it, he timed it. Got maximum value for it.
There is another one. A little bit of impatience from John Campbell, and again fishing at a delivery outside the off stump. Not making good contact, so a second wicket now for the Australians.
Persistence from Starc. Beautiful length, enticing the drive. And as he's done so many times in his career, finding the outside edge. And John Campbell on comeback, gone for 7. West Indies 16 for 2.
The debutant, Brandon King. That's his first-class record. Runs off the mark straight away. First delivery, 4 runs. Fortuitous. But he'll welcome it. Brandon King opens his account in Test match cricket.
Got the whiff. And there were no half measures in the shot with the attacking field, easy runs.
full and wide from Mitchell Stark on that occasion.
It's a nice compact shot. King has jogged because he thinks it's going to go for 4, and it does. So 2 4s in Test cricket for Brandon King, 28 for 2. Again, another boundary for Brandon King, throwing the hands at it, 36 for 2. He loves flashing through the offside. All 3 boundaries have come in that cover to cover point area. Enough for a Dasani drinks break. It's a lovely punch shot again. Again, a minimum of fuss. It was in the air for a while. But he's a real touch player, Casey Carty. 49 for 2.
Yeah, Josh Hazlewood, you could see just throwing it a little bit wider, maybe searching for an edge. But Carty good enough to just a nice push through the covers. And a bit of a teaser there for Travis Head.
Edged and taken, there it is, and another to those 12. It's the 13th wicket of the day, and that man again, Pat Cummins, how good is he? Another one for Australia.
And he did mention this is a tricky period for batters, just trying to survive this period. And Casey Carty, I think, will be disappointed with this. We saw him leave a few deliveries on length. This one, he could have left. Yeah, good from Pat Cummins though. He's been relentless in the last few overs. Carty walks back for a pretty good 20. He'll be disappointed. 52 for 3.
Surprise, surprise. The vice captain of the West Indies team, Jumel Warrican, given the responsibility of just seeing these, 18 minutes or so out. This is the reason why he's here. As you mentioned, Shakira, very relentless in terms of line and length. And I wonder if batters are thinking that on this surface there is a delivery with their name on it. Yeah, the passion, another one. Can they take someone else with them for dinner tonight? Clean them up. That's Josh Hazlewood for you. The night watchman doesn't last. Warrican goes without scoring. The West Indies now in further trouble.
Yeah, it's what you like so much about this Australian attack. The construction of overs, the build up to wickets. The previous delivery, Sharp pushed him back, and then this one, Fuller hitting the top of our stump. Too good for a night watchman. Excellent from Josh Hazlewood. Warrican walks back without scoring. 53 for 4.
Captain of the West Indies walks out to bat in his 50th Test match here at home at the Kensington Oval. Will be very familiar with the conditions. Chase gets off the mark on his captaincy debut. West Indies will close on 57 for 4. 14 wickets falling on day 1 in the West Indies innings. Brathwaite, Campbell and Carty all falling in that final session. See the West Indies at 57 for 4. Warrican being sent out as well as a night watchman. Only lasted a couple deliveries. That meant Chase had to come out. He was able to see off those 10 deliveries. Still some batting in the tank for Australia. The 3 bowlers use all of them amongst the wickets. Stark with another couple. Hazlewood and Cummins with 1 apiece.